What's going on? It's your boy Dcentos. We back in it with another one with the series. You feel me? And I got my man here, Straw Hat Yomo. Say what's up to the people.
Oh, no, I just feel like doing that.
Yes,
But yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. We
Mm,
uh we back. We back with another one.
we're back, and you see what's on the screen here. I like to call this show. It's you may call it Vinland Saga season 2, but I call it Peak. All right, Peak season 2. All right.
Yup.
Uh, this show, you know, just as great as the first season. It's. I mean, what more can I say? Now, first and foremost, I will say we will be spoiling this show. So if you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're doing with your life. To be honest, go ahead and watch it and come back to the video, please. But
Yup.
this show right here, I'm gonna call this show the MLK arc. The
Oh
MLK
yeah.
arc.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah.
call the
Civil
show.
rights arc.
This is a civil rights arc right
We
here.
marching. We have no
Uh,
enemies.
like if last season was like Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam, this right here is MLK. Um,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely an amazing show, and I guess like a brief synopsis of it, just to kind of get you guys started on what's going on here. So this takes place a couple years after the first season. Canute is now the king, and basically what had happened was uh Canute has sentenced I believe Thorfinn to like a couple years in I guess enslavement or whatever.
Yeah.
And basically we see Thorfinn as like a lost person. Like he's kind of lost. He doesn't have any like goal in life because obviously his one goal was to kill Askeladd, but now Askeladd's dead. So now he has to basically learn how to deal with this and develop as a character. And he is enslaved on a farm. So he's on a farm, and then he meets our second protagonist of the season. His name is going to him Aenir. Aenir.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this is almost like a not a coming of age story, but like a really trying to grow up type of story.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's a synopsis of it. What you guys say about the show, man?
Man, this show, so I've read it before,
Mm.
but man, it was amazing. Like that's all I have to say. Like it is peak anime, man. Like I don't know like how to like recommend. I don't know how not I can recommend this show to somebody. Like even people who are like never seen anime before, I
Mhm,
would recommend this show to watch
mhm.
because this show has so many themes and so many different things that it tackled and handled beautifully. Um, we got Thorfinn who's trying to get back to actually no, I won't say to get back. He's depressed. Like
Yeah,
he had his main goal of killing what's his name, Askeladd, right?
yeah.
And he couldn't get to do it. And so he lost his purpose. And so you just see him in the farm working day in and out, not even caring. People beating him up. He don't fight back and nothing.
Mhm.
Thor from season one would have chopped off the head. But this one, he's just like, it is what it is. He has serious PTSD, and just the way that they handled it, seeing him heal as well too,
Mhm,
um, seeing him just kind of go about things differently than season one,
mhm,
I was like, this is amazing. And not only that, the
mhm,
supporting cast were amazing. Not one where I was like, nah, this character's trash.
mhm,
Every character you're gonna like them for a reason, and you're gonna hate them for a reason, but they're all gonna be like good and solid reasons, you
yes.
know? And like I just I love the show. They handle things so perfectly. Like there was a certain point where like the stakes are high.
Yeah,
You got that one point where old girl's husband comes back
yes.
and he's trying to like get her back to run away, and
Mhm,
she's just like, I don't know what to do. Like I've been here for so long, I want to help him, but
mhm.
he's out here killing people, and it's just amazing. And then you got Canute with the army coming in, with
Yeah,
the king trying to fight him, and I'm just like, it all just handles everything perfectly.
yeah.
And yeah, I like I said, I cannot like praise the show enough.
Mhm.
I cannot praise the show enough.
Alright, okay, before I get to my praises of the show, I do wanna address the elephant in the room. Um, let's talk about those first 6 episodes because people were saying sleep saga,
Oh yeah.
Warren
Oh yeah.
saga, I'm ready to go to bed saga. And honestly, I was like, because I wasn't watching it, but I was just hearing about these comments, and I was like, why are people saying that? And I watched the first 6 episodes. I was like, yo, these guys might be right. I was like, it's kind of boring. Like, like, like I like slice of life shows, but to me, nothing was really happening in the first 6 episodes. I understand they were setting up. I understand that, but it was really really slow. So I think for a lot of people, it was kind of a hard pill to swallow, just because of the contrast between season 1 and 2. Season 1 is all about action, and
Mm-hmm.
in that regards, and season 2 is not necessarily action, but it's more about like stronger character development and stronger writing. So that was one of the things that I noticed. But how did you feel about the first couple episodes? Did you think
Because
it was too slow?
I'm looking at it right now. I'm trying to look and see what these seasons were like, what these episodes were about. But honestly, I liked them. I didn't
Really?
hate these episodes. Like, yeah, it was slow. Like I'm looking at it, just trying to see.
Mm,
It was slow, but I think what episode 4 is when he's no, it's episode 9 actually. Never mind, my bad. So I can see it being a little bit slow, but
mm.
I already knew from my perspective, I've already read it, so I know what was building it up
Yeah.
to. But people gotta like let it settle in, let them marinate. I
Hmm.
do. I'm not hating for them having that opinion that it's slow,
Yeah.
it's this and that. But at the same time, it's like for y'all to be saying it's trash, the show ain't even over yet. Come on
Mm.
now, don't do that. Don't do that. Because after watching everything entirely, there's no way y'all can have that same viewpoint. I've
That's.
not seen one person say like, "Oh, Vinland Saga is trash" after the show's ended. I
Mm.
haven't seen it. What I do see is people saying, "I have no enemies. I have no enemies." That's a quotable. What's
I
a
have
quotable? What other
yeah.
show has
I
quotables like
have
that?
no
I
enemies.
have no enemies. Thorfinn handled that thing well. That you got at one point, Thorfinn over here trying to learn about the Bible. What anime character doing that? Goku not doing that. Luffy not doing that. Ichigo
Mm.
not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto not doing that.
Hey,
But he
yeah.
preaching to them. He just talking
Hmm.
no jutsu, but he not preaching the word. That's
I
why
have
his
no
enemies keep coming
enemies.
back. That's why his enemies keep coming back. For Thorfinn, his
Yeah.
enemies they stay down.
Yes.
They stay down.
Mhm.
You got one point where Thorfinn, in order for him to talk to Canute,
Mm.
he had to
Talk
last
about it.
100 punches.
Yes.
100 punches
Mhm.
against one guy. He did it.
Yeah.
He did it. Not he didn't swing. He didn't fight him not once.
Yeah. And
Not once.
and I love how like at the end of it the guards were like, "Dang, Thorfinn,
Mm-hmm.
son of
Mm-hmm.
Thors, I
Mm-hmm.
apologize. You were one of Canute's royal guards."
Exactly.
They just gave us so much respect. I said, "Yo," I was like, "That's deep. That's deep."
Exactly.
Like when you
What
go,
other character doing that?
mhm. Like, and it's
That's all I gotta
crazy
say.
because there was only one man known to stand against Thorkel, and that was Thorfinn. And no
Mm-hmm.
one knows what Thorfinn looks like. And there was like, oh, is this guy like he's like this short guy? And it's just like, yeah, like he's really that dude. All right,
Mm-hmm.
let me see what I got. All right, let me go to my points. All right, I got the good, the bad, and my favorite scenes. Of course. Let's see. All right, the good. Let's see. Thorfinn's character development. We've been talking about that. He was very lost, didn't know where he wanted to go, and kind of just going through life like an empty shell. And I really liked Askeladd's characterization.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had like a nightmare or dreaming, right? And Askeladd was talking to Thorfinn. It's like, yo, like you don't want to go down there. He said that's not Valhalla, that's hell. You just gonna keep on fighting and fighting. He said no, he was trying to like tell him like, yo, you need to move on past this. I mean, it just kind of confirms how we knew like Askeladd was really of like a father figure to him, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say real quick, that whole Valhalla scene,
mhm,
I loved it.
yeah,
In mythology and even Marvel, they show Valhalla as like a fun, peaceful place, but they show Valhalla as like, nah, this is hell. Like we're constantly fighting. This is not what you
Exactly.
want.
Mhm.
So I just gotta say, like, they handled it beautifully.
That was wonderful. What else did I like? I really liked the duality. I guess in characters, like when we compare Thorfinn and Canute,
Oh
they
yeah.
kind of like switch places.
Yep.
And Canute's like trying to take over. He's killing people. He killed his brother. And constantly throughout the entire season, you see like the head of his dead father like, is constantly like in his mind talking to
Yep.
him, saying like, "Yo, like you're just like me," and Canute just has to like deal with that because, I mean, if you're trying to be a king, there's some things that you have to do, and you got to do some kingly things. You got to do some kingly things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. The bad, what I didn't like, the slow beginning. I already said that. Two, what I didn't like. All right, I'm scrolling down for people watching. This guy Aner and this girl Arnheid. This guy Aner is a simp. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, bro, that's not your wife. All right. Like, as soon as you found out that old girl's taken, old girl got a husband, her husband is trying to rescue her. I was like, Aner, like, what are you doing? Like, man said, when I come back, you gonna be free. You no longer gonna be a slave. You risking continue being a slave. You risking death for this girl? Nah, that's some simp behavior. I'm sorry.
What
That's
hasn't didn't he live most of his life as a slave though, Aner?
I think
Or am I tripping?
you're tripping. Nah, because the show actually follows Aner.
Because I know his village got attacked at a young age.
Nah, he wasn't that young. He wasn't that young.
Oh, I'm getting confused then. Okay, never
Nah,
mind, never mind.
he wasn't like I think
I was going to. Oh, go ahead, go
I think
ahead.
he was only on slave for like 4 or 5 years. He really wasn't that young.
Okay, because I was going to say that. Well, like he never got the chance to, shoot a shot at any other girl like that before. He didn't get to develop himself. He's been a slave all his life. So when you
Nah.
see one slave man see another slave girl, he's like, "Well, we're not going to be free, but
Nah,
we can make this happen."
because aren't he like with her involvement, people are just dying. Like I think like a couple people died, a couple of like the farmers, like guards died. I'm like, why are you following this girl?
It
Just
ain't worth it.
it's not worth it.
Also, the big thing we missing is that she was the I don't know the proper term to say, but she was sleeping with the king. The king was just
Yeah,
using not well, the king of that land, basically, not Canute, but the king of that land was kind of using her
yeah,
as like someone to sleep with and also like an emotional punching bag and be
right,
like, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. She's like trying to comfort him. But the whole time in her head, she's like, man, this man weak, bro. So
exactly. Well, what am I gonna say? What else? Okay. What are the points I want to bring up? Let's see. What I got? Okay, my favorite scenes. Okay. Let's see. I got a couple here. So, but we talked about the Thorfinn one getting hit 100 times. Uh, Snake versus Thorfinn.
mm,
That was interesting. Because
mhm.
it kind of makes you wonder, what is Snake's backstory? Because he didn't actually, because no one knew Snake's real name until like the very end, until he said it, just because he did so many war crimes. But that
Mhm.
scene, but then where they were both fighting, and Snake was like, why is such a skilled fighter on the farm? And then Thorfinn was like, why is there such a skilled guard on the farm? Like, what are you doing
Yep.
here? Like that just
Bar
kind
for
of
bar.
acknowledging each other's greatness. So I really like that scene. And then I think like my favorite scene was uh when Canute was talking to Thorfinn,
Mm-hmm.
and Canute asked Thorfinn, "What will you do?" And man said, "I'm gonna run away." I was like, "That's tough right there. That's tough."
Mm-hmm.
My man, I was like, my man really had a character development, a whole character arc. So,
I did like that. I think another scene that not scene, but again, you said how Canute and Thorfinn switched.
mhm.
The king and his son switched as well too. The son who basically started the whole thing where he couldn't slice that pig.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
he
yeah.
he's very confident in the beginning. Oh, I can do this. I want to go to war. I want to kill. While the
Mhm.
dad is like, no, we're not going to war. We don't do anything like that.
Mhm.
War, I can't even spell war. We're not
Yeah.
doing that. And the roles reverse. They switch to where the son, he's just like, no, this ain't right.
Mhm.
Like, what am I been doing? But the dad, he's going crazy. He over here
Yeah.
beat what's your name? Arnie
Arnie, yeah, Arnie to death almost.
Ani, yeah, he basically beat her to like to a coma,
Mhm.
and she was like, "I'm holding your baby," and that's when like he kind of like stopped a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was like I was just looking at like my hands up, like, "Yo, this man is insane, bro.
Yeah.
He's insane." And I don't even think we got to like know what happened to him towards the end, like
Yeah.
because he got hit in the head, and I guess he was in a coma as well too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Mhm. I'm trying to remember what was his name again? Because they gave him like a nickname. It was like
oh yeah, and to find out that was pretty much like a lie, which it was something like I figured.
oh yeah, Iron Fist Kettle. Iron Fist
Yeah.
Kettle.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Yeah, that was a whole lie. So I mean he was a fraud. I mean he knew he was a fraud, but he ain't never like really say that.
He's never
So
been a war. You got
yeah.
over here like the. I think what was crazy that he's hyping up his own man. Oh, these people are nothing. They only brought 30 people.
Mhm.
We got like 300. We good.
Yeah.
Y'all go get them. Everybody getting slaughtered left and right.
Mhm.
Slaughtered left and right. And I'm just like, yeah, you got to see it through, my boy. Got to see it through.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
yeah,
yeah, I mean there's so many good scenes in this season. We're probably missing some more to be honest. But it was peak.
solid.
I think my question to you is this better or worse than the first season?
Better. I say it's better. Well, dang, that's kind of hard.
That's hard.
Cause that first season's also pretty good too.
First season is really good.
I don't. I say better because we're seeing Thorfinn progress to this kind of new person,
Mhm.
and to be honest, I don't. No, don't kill me in the comments.
Mm,
But I don't know if I've ever seen like another anime character kind of go through this progression of like no, we're not doing war no more. Like,
mm.
put down your guns, pick up the Bible, let's do this.
I have no
What are the
enemies.
character? I mean, the only character I can think of is Naruto. Like at
Naruto.
the end of the fights, he'd be like, "No, you better than this." Uh, I'm the Hokage and whatever. But it's like this one seems more genuine than
Yeah.
like the Naruto one, and the topics that they were talking about were pretty hard hitting topics. Like they're not easy topics that you can like discuss and have a solution to. You
Mhm.
know, so I feel like everything in this show was genuine and I enjoyed it. So I have to say better. I don't know. What about you?
Well, I think I'd have to compare his character development. I'd almost compare it to like our friend Zuko almost.
Oh yeah,
Uh, yeah, definitely like it gave me that vibe of a Zuko. So just genuinely good writing. Better or worse than the first season? That's really hard for me.
it's hard.
That's really hard because I think because the first season starts off really good and I think it slows
Hmm.
down in the middle and picks back up. Whereas this season to me was slow in the beginning, then really picks up.
It ramps up.
Um, which is better to me? I'm gonna say the first season only
Hmm.
because my favorite character in Vinland Saga is Askeladd. And I always remember that the final scene with Askeladd when he was talking to Thorfinn, and like it was like the final duel they had, and he called him a fool. He said you've been fighting me for 15 years and you still haven't killed me. You're a fool. That scene is hard to me.
Mm,
That's a really hard hitting scene to me. And I really liked Askeladd as a character. Like I was glad that we got to see him even for only a couple of seconds this season.
yeah,
But I mean that doesn't mean this season's bad because I mean they're both really good. It's really hard for me to choose to be honest because I don't know. I
yep.
guess if I think in terms of action, season one's definitely better. But in terms of writing, maybe two takes the cake. I don't know, but I guess I'm gonna have to say season one.
It's like I said, it's pretty hard. I think if I was to score it, I would give it. Honestly, I give it a 10, bro.
Mhm. It was a 10. I don't.
It's a solid 10 for me.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, Vinland Saga is just it's a show with solid writing, and just really good writing. I don't really think. Nah, this is a 10. This is an easy 10. It's almost really not even up for debate. I mean, if you say 9, I'm not gonna get mad, but if you say 8,
What did my anime list give it?
they gave it an 8.82.
Okay, okay, that's still
Yeah,
pretty good
that's still
though.
pretty high for an average. But yeah,
So
yeah, like if you gave the show an 8, my question to you would be, what is a show that you think has better writing than this show? Because I don't think there are many, to be honest.
Dragon Ball Z,
Oh no, no.
yeah, Layman. But yeah, I mean, I give it a 10. I
Yeah,
give it a
I give
10.
it a 10 as
So,
well.
but yeah, yeah, let us know what y'all think as well too in the comments. I don't know. Did you have anything else you want to say before we close it?
The show's peak.
No.
Oh, DreamCon. DreamCon. 2023 was live. It was live. 20K people. If you didn't go last year, go next year. Go next year. That's all I'm gonna say. Go to DreamCon. You're gonna have a good time.
Go next year, and then maybe the year after that. This is rumor. It could be in Houston, and that one's gonna be live as well too.
Nah, Houston.
So,
Houston. Yeah. All right.
so yeah, that's where I got the hat from. DreamCon, Splatoon bucket hat.
It was
You
free
know,
too.
so yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was free. Nintendo. So
Yeah,
yeah,
shout out to Nintendo.
shout out to Nintendo. Shout out to Nintendo. But yeah, that's our Vinland Saga review of the second season. Let us know what y'all think about it as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Also let us know who y'all think is as prophetic as Thorfinn. You know, let us know. Put us in the comments down below who can sway minds like that
Right.
and preach the word. But other than that, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace out.
I have no enemies.
Mm-hmm.